Hello and good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Hopefully, well. Um, I do apologize if you hear a little noise. I have a fan right here. The AC went out, so we're doing everything we can to stay cool. It is a warm day, so hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But I'm old enough. I remember pre-AC, so I got some tricks. All right, let's see. GK, good to see you. Jade, glad you can make it. Anthony, welcome. Angela, good to see you as well. Real quick, I do want to get through a few things. If you are here, be sure to smash that like button. Let YouTube know you like the work we are doing. The like button actually does let the YouTube algorithm know you enjoy the videos and the streams we do on the channel and is a huge, huge help. I know it seems like a little thing, but it really does help out a lot. Um, I'm also supposed to remind you all we do have the YouTube memberships, which you can sign up for below any of the videos or in the About section. You'll see it. 3 tiers, different perks in each. Some of them even have access to early enrollment for courses when they're released, updates, tier members, uh, videos only. And then once we start doing the live courses, there'll be a potential to see a few of those uploaded via recording without the Q and A's. Um, let's see here. And oh yeah, do remember we do actually have a website, workingdragonmystic.com. We have a new event calendar over there. It's an event tab, shows when all the live streams are. We'll be showing any of the things that, like when we do the workshops, the live workshops, the live online paid workshops, group workshops, by the way. Those will be posted there as well. And we've been working to clean it up because it was annoying even me. So that's a good thing. Oh, and somebody said I didn't mention super chats last week. If you have a question or something, or you just want to help out the channel, drop a. We do have super chats. It'll flash the question up real big. I'll make sure I get that. Um, I think I got take it. I think I got everything. Okay. There is one thing that I did want to mention that I am wanting to do here on the channel. So we know we have a lot of individuals who do artwork. We know we have a lot of individuals who are into photography. They love their photography. So I am going to start doing a viewer art or photography spotlight in the videos. So if you can either go to the Gilded page and message me your work directly, or email your work to me at workingdragonmystic at gmail.com. You can also find the email in the About section of the YouTube channel. I will try to pick at least one a week if we get enough to post up there so that you get credit for your art, give you a shout out, share your art with people, see what it is. The kicker is here's the kicker keep it family friendly, so roughly PG-13, and try to make it something to do with Magick and the channel. If you want to, mug photos was an ideal someone kicked out. We've been seeing a lot of people sending mug photos. By the way, mugs up. So if you want to happen to do some photography and get mug photos or any of the Working Dragon Mystic merch in your photos and how you utilize it in your practice, we'd love it. But yeah, just kind of keep it family friendly, keep it in the magical category, and send those in to us so we can definitely give you a shout out in the videos, please. Um, And do make sure when you send it, you do let me know in the thing that you are sending it to be entered into the spotlight, because I want to make sure if you're picked, you know your art's going to be shared. If it doesn't have that in the email, I'm not going to share it. Just so you know, okay? Um, I think that actually has all that, which is handy dandy. Let's see, we got a few more people here. Loveless, good to see you. I don't know that one. Squiggle, squiggle. Hey, how are you doing? Lilith, welcome back. And yes, Jade, thank you for posting the Gilded link. Uh, oh, there was something else. There is something else. So, I have had a lot of people ask me if I could remove mid-roll ads in the videos. I agree. I would love to. Here's the thing. In order to afford camera equipment and all the things that I have to do and pay for just to keep the YouTube channel going, those mid-roll ads are kind of what's keeping the lights on. So here's what I figured I would do. I actually sat down, did some math, done some calculations, dotted some I's and crossed some T's, and we figured it out. If we can get the YouTube channel members to 40, if we can get it to 40, just 40, um, that would easily replace the need for those mid-roll ads. At which point we can turn those off, and that would be a great thing for the channel because we'd have a few options then. We could do more videos like guided meditations and stuff where they're not going to hit those breaks and hit those interruptions, which is, let's be honest, freaking annoying. And it'll allow us to expand content where, the whole monetization, red flag, those kinds of things happen. Because I would really love to be able to expand into some content and definitely do some guided meditations and stuff that you all have been wanting. Um, that really seems to be the only way I know to get us there. But if we can get there, I will definitely remove those mid-roll ads. You can guarantee that. So there you go. We just got to get to that 40, which I think I didn't check it before stream, but I think we're halfway there, just so y'all know. All right. Let's see what we got. So how are you all doing? And if you can, also give us a shout out. Let us know where you're from. We got 14 people in here. Let us know where you're from. Nothing worse than listening to your ambience and being in a nice meditation trance, then blast by some. Yeah. There's a lot of times I have found music or meditations online to try and listen to and give an opinion on them because people ask, and I just get blasted with random things. I am glad that Squatty Potty is no longer advertising on metaphysical videos. Man, I was tired of hearing about that thing. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I do understand, YouTube's got to pay for the platform, and I appreciate it because they let us use the platform. They've been good to us, letting us host the channel, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I'm an understanding person. Trans square one. Yep. Angela, it does get annoying. So, you guys always tell me to let you know. So I figured I would let you know how we can get there too. Olympia, Washington. It is beautiful out there, Loveless. It really is. Let's see, Kevin. Rick, what's on the agenda tonight? Largely, it's freaking hot right now. AC's out, so trying to attempt to stay cool. So if you hear my fan, which is off screen here, I do apologize for that. Hopefully, it won't pick it up. Hopefully to be able to answer some questions tonight, let y'all know what we got going on, some of the things we're working on. We do have some pretty awesome things to announce today. New Canada. Awesome. Nunavut, Canada. Sounds nice. Melissa, Indiana. Hey, there you go. I got a bunch of people I know who is heading to Indiana for the Indianapolis 500. I never got it. I never got the draw, but hey, people love it. So your all's traffic's probably screwed up. Angela, have you figured out where to get a tinfoil hat? Actually, I figured out how to do it. And that's one of the things I was talking with the admin on Gilded, the concept of doing a conspiracy theory kind of live stream focused topic. And actually building the tinfoil hat. So yeah, that's actually happening. We are looking into it for sure. Because that was just too funny. I know it was random, but hey, GK, Australia, feeling okay. What else did you want to know? I'm just trying to get an idea where our viewers are coming from. It really does amaze me how many people and how far this channel manages to reach, and the diversity of this channel. I find that just kind of neat personally. Uh, Angela, they lifted the barbecue ban in my country. I'm so happy. Hey, there you go. Barbecue is good. I actually made some ribs and some smoked chicken earlier this week. So, yum moo. Totally get that. Okay, so little update on the evocation class. We have officially started filming it. Um, it does look like we are going to be shooting for a fall release, um, unless we hit any really, really bad, screwy hangups. And don't worry, this time I'm setting the release and the completion with padding. I added padding time for random stupidity. Um, they're separated by at least a month. So um, the evocation class is going good. We have already started filming. Some of it's actually filmed and edited. I did speak with my wife, so she's going to help me get a few of the shots I was wanting to get that would be tricky to do it just by myself. So she's going to help out and help me get some of the shots like that. Um, that does mean that it don't look like I'll get 2 courses out this year, was like I was hoping, but 1 course a year is not a bad deal, especially when you put so much work into it. But um, one of the things I did want to ask the community is the next course we were looking at filming was probably going to be the Norse Magic course. I know a lot of people are interested in that. Um, but I also want to make sure I get a course that is dedicated and focused to each of the arcane pillars at the online school. Of course, we already have a meditation course. That was one of the original courses we put because meditation is foundational. Everyone should be doing it. Everyone should be working at it. Um, we have a tarot course, so we don't have a dedicated divinations course. And of course, we're now working on evocation, and I am already pulling notes and whatnot for the journey work. So we have a lot of things coming in the years to come, for sure. So beyond that, let me know which one you might want to see first, divinations or journey work, which journey work would include astral travel, soul travel, those kinds of things. Um, and I will try to make sure those things are prioritized. Let's see here. We got a few things here. One of the things I miss from the couple of years I spent in Texas, barbecue is delicious, that's for sure. Thank you. I'm grateful I found your channel. Big up. Hey, man, I'm glad you found us too. Mugs up to you. I wish I could have one some pics. If you join the Gilded, we do have a place where you can share safe for work photos, Lil. Because in the summers, we can't grill all summer. Colorado, where I'm from. Yeah, there can be some issues with that for sure. And yeah, people are dumb. That's a universal truth almost. GK Journey, please. All right. So I've been journey work. Well, journey work is definitely getting the front runner, which that does make sense. There's not a lot of good material on journey work, soul travel, astral travel, and the like. But divinations, there's a lot out there. Um, and I am going back and forth whether it'd be a good idea to do a full divination course or do smaller courses that focus on specific divinations. So I think we will do the journey work course first. Um, I don't know if it'll be before or after the Norse Magic. It might have to be after the Norse Magic just because we got so many people on here that they know the Norse Magic was coming after the evocation originally. And there are so many people so very excited about that. It seems like I don't want to slight them. Um, but that gives us a good chunk of work to do. That does. It gives us a good chunk of work to do. Um, yeah, I agree, Lovis. There's far less on that. And we've finally been getting some good ideas. I've been sitting down with a lot of magicians and other practitioners and discussing how to format that into a video class. So I've been getting a lot of feedback from other practitioners and whatnot how to best do those videos because, as I've said on here before, journey work's a weird one because it's, I mean, if you're just shooting it, it's more of, you're kind of sitting there, you're doing your thing, but so it's more of a talky explanation kind of thing, and giving exercises and whatnot, and attempting to give a generalized what you might experience, and then kind of walk you through the exercises like you would a student who's in the room with you. So those are the things we're going to do. One of my friends actually joked that the little decorative skull I have over here, some of you all know him as Bob, would be a good idea to set that on a chair and talk to it as if it was the student, not on camera so you won't see it, but to actually have it there so it feels like I'm talking to that student. And I was like, that's not actually a bad idea. They also suggested potentially my wife, but my wife, I love her to death, but I have a feeling she'd blink and look at me weird and I'd start laughing. I'll be honest with you. Love her to death, but let's see what we got here. Been doing research on Prince Iman video. Your video resonated some. Mentioned that he's dangerous demon to work with and that deals with him never end well. I've worked with Amon for a very, very long time, and I've never found him dangerous in any shape, form, or fashion. Most of the individuals who want to claim Amon as dangerous usually are approaching it from a religious, dogmatic view of these entities. Because I know hundreds and hundreds of people who's worked with him very pleasantly for years with no issues, and I personally have. So, I enjoy working with Amon. So, I think I may already have. Yeah, I do. You said, yeah, you've already saw my video on him. So, yeah. Thursday with you, my previous. Hi guys. I don't know why. Who knows? Things disappear. It is weird. It is really weird. Hi Violet. Good. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to read your back and forth. Sorry. It's hot. My brain's fried. Uh, let's see. To be honest, most of my experience interacting working with demons, they've been very cordial and polite. Yeah, here's the thing. When we refer to demons, we are referring to entities. Angels and demons are actually the same entities. They really are. Um, One of them deals more in order, one deals more in chaos. Neither is good, neither is evil. You will actually find angels that are far more dangerous than any so called demon. Um, it is really a political spin or religious spin that different groupings have put on these entities. And, you know, they're very, very pleasant to work with. Have I done any work with him? No, no, no. Years ago, I emailed back and forth a time or two. Mind you, that was before I was even a spot on YouTube, so I doubt he even knows my name. If he did, I'd be surprised. I might fall out of my chair if he did. Don't worry, I won't spill the coffee, but I might fall out of my chair. I've read some of his books. I've found them interesting. Occasionally, someone will send me a video of his and ask me my opinions. I actually find some of his stuff quite interesting, and I do agree he's a really decent occultist. He really is. So there you go. Oh, I was also wanting to ask you all, especially since you all are here and you guys are the big live stream crowd. Would you guys tend to have gravitated toward where if I come in with a topic, we hardly ever talk about it because you guys start shotgunning questions, which I don't mind. I enjoy. But I did want to know if you guys would enjoy attempting to occasionally, once or twice a month, do a live stream with a focused topic. Um, or if you prefer the more open ended, where you can get more of your random questions answered. I want to make these live streams to fit you guys as best we can. So if you can, here in the chat, let me know which setup you'd like. My work with entities always been pleasant. The track pleasant, always tragic. South Wales, and we have some very beautiful beaches. Let's see. I loved the topic streams. Okay, so we got one for topics. Cool. We got one for randoms. Okay, keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. If nothing else, I may try to do a single topic stream maybe once a month or something. Look at that. GK beat me to it once a month. Once every month. That's actually a reasonable time frame. I like both topics and randoms perfectly. Okay. So we're getting a good mix here. Mix of both. Okay. Yeah. A focused chat would be nice, but probably hard to keep focused. Well, yeah, basically what I'd have to do is not answer questions that aren't on topic. That would be kind of what I'd have to do. A bunch for clarification. I work within. Just remember to stay respectful. I've never had any issues with any entities when I've stayed respectful and polite. Luckily, I'm a Southerner, so manners is something we're just kind of ingrained with. Another thing, if the video feed's looking a little weird, it's because I actually have the filming light off because that thing produces a lot of heat, and yeah, so that's why. Some entities will generate chaos, but that's not because they're bad. That's because they generally deal with change. Chaos is one of the prime fuels of change. So there are a lot of entities, in order to literally help you in the thing you're working on, they will have to stir the pot in order to do that. You can't expect change or progress while everything remains the same. That is one thing I will say. There's way too many people who want everything to stay the same. They want it to say nice and comfy. They don't want to be inconvenienced in any way, but they want to see massive growth, change, and progress. Don't work that way. Have you ever worked with Shabnakdrig? The name sounds familiar, Lilith, but it's not one that I'm registering. Again, I work with so many things, sometimes it's hard for me to remember them all, but the name sounds familiar. So I'm going to say possibly. Loveless, yes, respect is key. It is. Let's see, a lot from your videos. Thank you. I wanted to ask how long it took you to be able to see what you mentally visualize in your third eye, like taught in your arcane sight course, and how long you practiced a day to get there. Okay, so when I originally started, I was putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work. And I was literally trying to squeeze in meditations and workings anywhere and everywhere I could. Even my 15-minute breaks and my hour lunch at work, I didn't go to lunch. I went, sat down, and done work. So I was always doing something to do that. And then I would do morning and evening deep dive rituals, focusing on that stuff. And this was done daily without missing a beat. So when I first started out, I did have a lot of trouble. And I'd say it probably took me 2 or 3 years to really develop into kind of a functional, what I would say, practice in a way. But it's also been so long, it's hard to remember really where I was at a good point of function, because there was other skill sets I was trying to learn. And in a lot of ways, the ability for my third eye to pick up on things and allow me to visualize and see it came online before other skills that allowed me to move deeper into other practices. So that 3-year timeline is a little bit of fuzzy there. But I was doing a lot of work. I was doing probably a good hour or more ritual every morning and evening. And then, like I said, I was doing meditations and trance work on my 15-minute breaks as well as my lunch, um, which was actually kind of cool because I actually worked with a guy who was an ex-Marine, Jerry. I love that dude. And he would actually catch me outside during my lunch break, and he would come over and he'd sit down and he'd go through his normal lunch ritual, and he wouldn't disturb me. And he'd actually keep other people from disturbing me too, because, well, as stressful and chaotic as my life was back then, he knew that that was one of those times that was more peaceful to me. He knew I was working. He knew I was doing something. He didn't understand it, but he didn't need to understand it because he's like, "You're relaxing. You do your thing." So it took quite a while. Um, and magic does take work. It does take dedication. I know a lot of people who they will do a week's worth of workings and then they'll take a month off. Um, it's like the gym. You can't get the progress without doing the work. Let's see. Let's see, Angela. Chaotic energy is free and clean and ready to grab hold, and that's how I view it. You know what, Angela? That is a great one. It is free. It is clean. Yes, and it will take you for a ride. It really will. In a lot of ways, I've actually heard someone describe chaotic energy as water skiing. You've got the cool mist of the water blowing back on you. You've got the wind blowing by. You're out in the heat of the sun, but you're not hot because the air's cooling you off. The water's there. At the same time, you're screaming 60 miles an hour across the water, um, and you're being pulled along by the boat. And as fun as it is, as exhilarating as it is, you also know that if you trip or fall, you're going to hit the water, and somebody's going to replace that water with concrete because when you hit the water going that fast, it hurts. Um, so, yeah, I mean, I love chaotic energy personally. I have no issues with it. I need people like that in my life. It's weird because I realized when I just accepted who I was and I was just who I was, and that was just it. I tended to stumble across more people like Jerry, just more and more and more and more. Um, and I'd have people ask me about pendants I'd wear, and I'd tell them. I'd have people ask me about bracelets I wore, which had runes on it. They'd ask what that was. I'd tell them. They actually ended up finding it very, very neat, which was baffling to me because I was in a very, very religious town at the time. But I quickly learned that when you're comfortable and confident in who you are in your practice, you don't catch a lot of shit for it. You really do not, even from the religious people. Um, and I've also noticed a lot of practitioners in their fear of being judged, we almost go looking to be judged. And that is a problem that I've pondered and meditated along with many other occultists on how to get people past that roadblock. And outside sharing the stories of how open and accepting people are when you're just comfortable with you, um, I'm not really sure how. Because I've noticed there's a lot of things, like I've been sitting in a room and I had someone ask another individual a question, just a question. It was actually a question of seeking understanding. Well, the individual got offended and threw a fit and then was telling people that they were attacked by this other individual who asked them a question because um, they were trying to put them down for their particular path. And it's like, that's not what happened at all. So a lot of people are way too quick to jump to the offended marker when someone of a different path or whatnot asks them a question. Um, that is one problem. And then you're like, well, Drake, what about the assholes that really do exist out there that think what I do is stupid? So what? Um, the way they view you doesn't change you. It doesn't judge you. It shows them. It shows you who they are. Your path is your path. One of the biggest things I would tell anyone in this world, stop thinking about what other people think of you, period. Not even in magic. Just period. We spend way too much time worried about what other people think, to the point where we spend all our time trying to make them happy and we never make ourselves happy. The moment you can stop worrying about what other people think, the happier you will be. Trust me. As a mentor of mine once said, Drake, embrace your inner asshole. Grant you, I took him serious on that, and I became the designated asshole amongst my friend group. And I really have no F's to give about what people think about me. I will do what I do, and I will do it to the best of my ability, and I will live to be the best person I can be, and I will work every day to be a better person than I was the day before. And anyone who has an issue with that, okay, have fun. You do you, boo. I just don't care, if that makes sense. Definitely attract chaos. Well, see, here's one of the things we talk about: attracting chaos and stuff. Chaos is natural. Oh, see, you got it. Yeah, it is a part of the natural process. You can't live and without chaos. Okay, you just can't do it. Chaos is a natural part of everything. It's even a natural part of order. Order can't exist without chaos. So when I see people trying to run away from chaos, they're literally trying to run away from reality, and that's not going to help you at all. I think that's what I need to do. A solid commitment to make time to start. Yeah, honestly, if you're wanting to get serious with the occult, you have to put the time in. Um, there's the reason when I say the journal and discipline and focus are so important, because you've got to put the time in. You just do. There's no quick way around it. Because I'll admit, I have put in a crap ton of hours working on this. Um, it's actually kind of interesting because a friend of mine would actually play an online video game about the same time I was actually studying magic, because he'd get bored, so he'd play that while I was doing whatever I was doing with my rituals and my chanting. And he didn't understand it, but you do you. And it was kind of creepy because that meant I actually could see an hour log of how many hours I was spending working, because he was spending those hours playing. And it was an insane number. It was insane. Um, so I would, on average, spend anywhere from 3 to 4 hours per day, 7 days a week, working on my craft. And that was beginning. These days, if we don't count the work I do for this channel, like the videoing and stuff, I'm doing anywhere from probably 4 to 6 hours a day. I think the only time I take off these days are maybe Saturday and Sunday. Those are the only days I take off now. Saturday really. Sunday's kind of, I try not to do anything, but it's still technically a work day kind of day. And y'all know I'm a workaholic, so things are probably going to happen. But yeah. I would say if you want to work with an entity, go for it, because okay, here's one thing you have to understand. A mage and a magician controls the energy in their life, period, regardless of the entity you work with. Those entities will bring energy that is going to cause changes and shifts, but a mage and a magician should still be able to control and direct energy toward a manifestation. Um, it takes work. It takes daily work to control those energy currents and to focus them into a direction. But you're in charge. It's yours. They will bring you the energy you need to reach your goals. What you do with it, that's up to you. You have the option. You can get swept away in the river and just let it beat you against the rocks, which most people choose that route, to be honest with you, and then they complain about it. Or you can be proactive about it, and you can start to direct the energy by focusing your intent. and maintaining your daily workings and controlling and setting the energy in how you want your individual day to go, how you want your week to go, and what you want your long-term goals to be. If you do that, you don't get swept away by the river and smashed against the rocks. Now you become the captain of your ship. You're sailing on these waters, and you're just trimming your sails and adjusting your rudder, and you're enjoying your course. You may have to weather a storm, but believe me, weathering a storm is a lot better than getting smashed against a rock. Does that make sense? Levels. I ran out of F's to give back in 2020. Not caring what other people think. That's good. That's a really good. It's a peaceful. It sounds horrible. It really does, don't it? It's like, I don't give no craps. That sounds bad, but at the same time, I'll be honest. Spiritually, metaphysically, and just general karmic grooviness and happiness, I've never been happier than when I really reached the point of I don't care. Um, I worry about individuals. I'm one of those first. I'm a very protective person, so you don't have to ask me to help if I see someone out here in trouble or whatnot. But at the same time, if you're one of these people, the only time you ever ring my phone is when you need something like money or something, or you want me to bail you out of jail or something. Basically, you continue your pattern of screwing up, and hey, Drake will help me because Drake, right? I'm going to leave you to rot. I will. I will send my own family members to jail. Sometimes you got to pay the piper. You know what? You do the crime, you do the time. Um, you just got to do it. Let's see. Totally agree, Drake. If some of the people in my town found out, I would be shunned, extremely shunned. I've been cut out by an entire city, GK. I have. There's an entire city that pretty much hates me. Actually, I can think of almost a half a state that hates me. That would be Washington State, actually. But again, that's on them. That's not on you. If you require another person, that's not self empowerment. That's a dependency. It's part of my daily life. I don't do magic. And that is true, Angela. Once you get to a certain point, it's not doing magic. Your whole life becomes magic. It is daily. Entity work is honestly the best thing I've ever done. Oh, I love entity work. I actually spend more time with entities than I do friends anymore. It's crazy, Drake, because you're a magus of dragon magic, and the national emblem of Wales is a red dragon. That is true. Though I don't know if I've ever considered myself a magus before. Hey, I'll straighten my head on that one. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Appreciate that. Um, yes, it is. The national symbol is indeed a dragon. Um, so yeah, I I try to help where I can. In a lot of ways, I still find myself just a little infant in this grand current of magic. I don't think I'm anywhere near where I need to be. In fact, my hope and goal is that most of my students will, in their lifetime, manage to surpass what I do in my lifetime. I truly believe that's ultimately the goal, not just in magic, but humanity. Because if those we help, the next generation can do better than we did, it's kind of that is going to leapfrog humanity forward. I use the to try and harness the free as a dragon creatures. Boy was finding that old dragon ruler. I was surprised when you mentioned the chaos ruler. Yeah, the chaos ruler can be a handful. Um, the rulers had a lot of people trying to contact them without doing the certain steps and actually causing a lot of problems in their lives. That's the reason the rulers had me pull that one down. Hey, Drake, man, 100% agree. I have extremely exams in the coming weeks. Which spells would you recommend? That's a good question. So, important exams. Okay. With important exams coming up, I love to do spells that focus on mental facilities. So you're going to largely be working with air. And I would focus on things that A, help you retain information while you're studying, okay? And then I would also do spell work that helps you recall information when you're in the test. Because as many of you people have heard me joke, my mind is like a steel trap. I remember the most random things, and it drives my wife crazy because I do. It's just like I remember that, I remember that, I remember that, I remember that. The problem is my mind is also half rusted shut all the time. So I have to get the right trigger or pry to get it to flip open and be like, oh yeah. And what I was sitting there just could not register, could not place. And my friends are like, you know what I'm talking about. Once they say that right thing and that trap flips open, whoosh, it just hits me like somebody just uploaded all the info to me. Um, so anytime I was doing exams and stuff, I would always make sure to do spell work for recall to make sure that wasn't rusted shut. Because one thing I know, it is hard to recall information even when you know it when you're under the pressure of a test. For some people, like me, I'm not really a great tester. I get a little stressed. And then I got friends who they can't study and do homework, but by God, they can test good. So those would be the two big ones I would focus on. Um, Entity wise, I love Odin for those things because he favors knowledge and wisdom, and he's really good at recalling those. You could even use the rune Anzus, which is good for that. You could also work with crap. See, here we go. Zephyr Seal, the ruler of dragon, kind of ruler of air, would be a great one. And I know I'm behind on these questions. I apologize. Great answer. Thank you. 6 hours a day. 6 hours a day. 2 hours visualization. There you go. That's a pretty good routine. If you are having trouble with visualization and whatnot, I know we have the free Arcane Sight class. I would actually encourage you to take the meditation course. One of the things a lot of people doesn't know about the meditation course is that's not just a meditation course where I got you sitting down and going, oh. No, it's actually a path working where we're actually doing meditations, and even early journey work is touched on in there. So it's going to help develop your arcane senses and some of your journey work as well. That is a full path working as you get into the deeper meditations. One of the ways that I do these arcane pillar classes is there's going to be some overlap. So we're always going to be building on those skills. True, the meditation focuses on the concept of meditation, which is the foundation, but the path working is actually going to pick up on all three of the pillars in some way. And by interweaving them that way, we're constantly exercising and training the skills at once. It's like total body training only for the occult. So that is definitely a great place to get started as well. If you haven't already, which if you don't know, just go to workingdragonmystic.com, click on there's a course tab, click that, you'll see the meditation course. If you're interested in Dragon Magic too, again, we touch on all the arcane pillars with the skill sets through Dragon Magic 101 as well, if you're more interested in that. But those courses actually do really help on that. Thanks to ancestors' elements. Yes, thanking your ancestors, respecting your ancestors, and the elements, those can be great things indeed. I mean, for example, here in the States, we're coming up on Memorial Day. For me, it's a big deal. Remembering those who have come before me, who have given so much to provide the freedoms and the opportunities that so many people have. To me, those individuals, those Americans, they're just part of my ancestors as my own family. Because honestly, your ancestors aren't just blood. Your ancestors have a lot more. It gets far more complex than that. But I also honor not just the Americans, but all of those who fought for those freedoms, regardless of geographical location, would be probably the most politically correct way to say it. Sorry, I hate political correctness, people. But yeah, it can really help out. Halloween, hello! Stopping in briefly before I go see the new Top Gun movie. Hey, enjoy it. Have you seen the original one? Hopefully, you saw the original one before you go see that. Let's see. I'm going to try and visualize again. I don't want to bother the chaos ruler. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go poking that bear. I would try the ritual and attempt it with someone like Loki. Loki deals in chaos. He's not just chaos, but he deals in chaos, and he can be a lot easier to deal with. Um, might be a good way to go. No, it's not a remake. It's actually a sequel of Top Gun, Love. Let's see what we got here. Crap. And we jumped. I knew that was going to happen again. Frick. Everyone's 21 watches, 14 likes, do better. Halloween says we got 21 people watching and 14 likes, do better. Apparently, she wants you all to hit that like button and get those likes up there with the 21. See if we can get it 21 and 21. Kevin, hey Drake, do you do personal videos with people? Would like to do one with you. Okay, do I do like one-on-one things? We used to do one-on-one consultations. Due to certain things, we weren't able to continue that. However, we are going to start bringing in group live streams. And if that goes well, Kevin, there is actually hope that we're going to be able to bring on back the one-on-one Zoom consultation style things. There's even been some discussion of potentially doing not full apprenticeships like I do with my full students, but like a course where it'd be one-on-one with me, and we would work through and focus on the arcane pillars and meditation. Um, so you would have one, it'd essentially be a 4-month thing. We would do the payments monthly. So instead of one big giant honking payment, it'd be broken into each month. Um, and you would get 2 live video calls per month, and you'd be required to do your homework and stuff like that. And each month would focus on one meditation, then we'd focus on divination, then we'd focus on the evocation, then we'd focus on journey work, with the potential, if you wanted to use all 4 months to focus on, say, meditation or divination, we could also attempt to do that and see how it would go. Those are things that we are hoping to do. We have just actually got finished all the tech setups for the group classes. So the group classes are going to be a big test in how this is all going to work together. So that is something that may actually be probable in the near future, Kevin. If I understood the question correct. And it jumped. Crap. Let's see. Quick question about meditating. I've been meditating for about 5 years now, and not once have I seen any visions or felt anything extremely profound. Have felt like doing something wrong. Any tips? I would actually say it depends on the type of meditation. Not all meditations are equal. First off, you've got mindless meditation. Mindless meditation's entire focus is on keeping your mind blank. Just and some people even do this wrong because they are so hyper focused on keeping their mind blank that they will literally shut themselves off from the ability to hear any kind of message. So that's not useful. And then there's focused meditation where you can shift your focus to something specific. So you get into a meditative state, and then you would shift your focus to, say, asking a question. Your focus is now on the question, and you're listening for the answers. That is actually where most people get their messages. As to what would someone consider extremely profound, well, that's going to differ from person to person. So I can't say you're doing it wrong because that is a massive, massive topic. I don't know your actual methods. I don't know the different trainings you've had. I do know people who have meditated for 10, 15, 20 years doing nothing but empty mind meditations, or focused meditations where their focus stayed on their breathing or they're relaxing. Well, if your focus is only on your breathing and only on relaxing, your body will relax. And that's it. That's where your focus is staying. That's where your focus is staying. So they never experience anything profound. It depends on what type of meditation you're doing. And many of the meditations actually can close the door from receiving messages. Hope that helps a little. And we jumped again. And we are busy tonight. Well, that's a good thing. Let's see. Well, okay. Halloween gotta go. Take it easy, Halloween. Enjoy the movie. I think we found the bottom here. Bo, I need to get my meditation game back. Hasn't been the same since things blew up during lunch break. I tried the arcane site. Yeah, meditation is something, as a practitioner, you never grow out of it. It's a continual thing. If you're not meditating, you're shortchanging yourself in literally every form of magic. I know so many people don't want to hear that because they find meditation boring, which also tells me they don't understand meditation to start with. If you find meditation boring, you don't understand it. And secondly, I mean, it's like I've told this before on here, I know, but I know actual true adepts who's been studying, well, actually, some of them longer than I've been alive, and they will hit rough patches. Everything's going wrong. Everything's going wonky. And inevitably, myself or one of the other individuals who chats will ask them how their meditation game is going, how they've been meditating. And they're like, well, I haven't had time to meditate. And as soon as it comes out of their mouth, they're like, that's it. They start their meditation practice. Within a week, everything's bounced back out. That meditation is foundational for a purpose. Never, ever, ever slack on your meditation. Because if we slack as practitioners on our meditation, which is a very, very foundational concept, we have only ourselves to blame when things go sideways. Think of meditation like literally unlocking your car door. It is that foundational. And if you want to be a smart aleck and be like, well, I don't lock my car doors. Okay, well, you're still going to have to start the car. Even if you're hot wiring it like an idiot, you still have to start it. So meditation is still that foundational. And I say that because I've had so many little smart alecks just try to twist an analogy because they don't want to do it. But it is very foundational and very important. Never, I would say, outside the journal, meditation is key. You have to keep your meditation practice up. So, hope that helps you a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I would check out Damon Brand's Demons of Magic, which I saw someone recommend to you before. Boy Matt. As to the right or wrong legal concepts, that's not what this channel is. I do not give legal advice. I would recommend a professional on that. As to what you did or did not do, let's not put it on the channel because by and large that can actually hurt your case. But the book they recommended, it's a good book. In fact, below all my videos, you can see a list of recommended books in certain areas that I actually think are worth people's time. Demons of Magic is one of them, and there is a link directly to it below down there. So check that one out, mate. Yeah. And there's plenty of entities that it doesn't matter. They can help you win. And no judgment. No judgment. Yeah, angels will focus. The angels do care. Angels care. If you're, it will be a just outcome, and just outcomes can, if you did it or there's a 50% gray, they will balance the scale. So something's going to bite you in the rear. So I would, yeah, I agree with that. Because again, that whole order concept when it comes to angels. Let's see. And yes, please, people, let's keep things PG. Jade, if you'll message me with what that was, I'd appreciate that. Um, Entity friend you made that you never expect. Angela, what is the entity friend you made that you never expected to be so close to? Oh, Angela, that's a. You know what? I actually think I do have an answer for this. Two, actually. I have two answers. First one, Azazel. Um, Over the years, all my research on Azazel is one of those where there's not a lot of lore about him, and then most of the lore falls very theological. And as someone who grew up in the church, most of the lore I had studied on him wasn't good. However, the rest of the lore came from edgelord little morons that just made it look worse. Um, so it was very hard to find anything remotely reasonable on Azazel. But then I was working and getting deeper into evocation and the like, and studying and path working with some darker things and stuff like that. And I knew this was an entity that would, at that time, meet certain needs of things I was needing to test, whether he was this god awful entity that the edge lords and theologicals made him out to be, or whether he was this other entity that you occasionally hear. So I reached out to him, and him and I hit it off. Oh dear God, did we hit it off? I did not expect that in any shape, form, or fashion. To this day, he's still one of my greatest friends and allies. I adore him. Um, the next one, Hell, the goddess Hell. Um, I originally started my underworld workings with Hades. I worked with him for some time, but then he sent me over to work with her. And her and I, we had a slow start. We were really trying to get to know each other. She seemed, and I still don't know why. I mean, she seemed somewhat uncomfortable around me, but I was also uncomfortable around her, and I really don't know why. Um, and I almost wonder if her comfort level wasn't due to my lack thereof. Um, but she is one of those that I worked with for so long, and she has a permanent place in my life. Absolutely 100% permanent. I actually have um, a dedicated piece of statuary specifically for her that I crafted. Um, and she is an entity I speak with and work with weekly, several times a week actually. So those are kind of the ones where it's just, I think those two were the biggest surprises for me personally. Um, let's see. Then what we got, Anthony. Does any entities give you ideals for tattoos, or joke about ones you have as things he wants? Odin has a few things he wants in the tattoos for him. Um, I, you know what? I don't think any entities have actually directly took part in my particular tattoos. Um, Many of them have commented on them and absolutely adore them. They love the meaning, and they love the fact that my tattoos are kind of like a living journal for me and how I present myself. And every one of my tattoos has a very, very deep meaning to my life. Um, and So they have commented on them and that, and I've actually gotten nothing but positive comments on them. Odin absolutely adores them. I don't actually have a tattoo particularly for Odin or anything, or actually any entity. I don't really do entity tattoos for personal reasons. The closest I have, it's not an entity tattoo. I do have a yin yang on my leg down here. And it actually, I wanted a yin yang, I wanted a unique one. I wanted one that kind of had this black and white stone look to it. But I didn't just want the yin yang symbol. I wanted something that spoke of me, my life, my process, where I've been, where I've come from. And what I ended up getting was a yin yang symbol that is two dragons spiraling around each other to make the symbol. And they are literally modeled after my guardian dragons, the two twins, because one of them is white, one of them is black. So it's modeled after them, but it's not specifically for them, if that makes any sense. Which I'll admit they adore that particular tattoo. They know it's not, a tattoo of them, but they adore it and they love the fact that a concept of balance and a tattoo of balance like that. And it's on my leg because I want to walk a path of balance. Um, they were really honored to have inspired the concept. Does that make sense? And we jumped again. Oh, I'm getting clocks thrown at me. It jumps and I'm getting clocks thrown at me. Let's see. Oh, hell's a blast on Halloween. Absolutely adore her. Yes, it is that time. We are going to have to get ready to wrap up. All right, everyone. I am going to close with this. We did do a little topic. I asked some questions, and sure enough, people were very nice to answer. I will try to do one focused topic a month. I will pitch into the admin, ask them. Also, if you have ideas for the topic of the month during one of the live streams, drop that comment. Let me know what your ideal is below any video, whether it's this live stream or the new video in the week, or drop it in the in Gilded. We will actually set up a topic of the month place where you can drop your ideals for that topic for that live stream. We'll try and do at least one a month. We'll see how we go with the one a month, and we will work from there. Okay, so whether you drop it in the comments or drop it over there in Gilded, let us know what your ideals and what you would like to hear us talk about for the dedicated stream. Also, do remember we have the goal to get this channel to 40 supporting members so that we can get rid of those mid-roll ads and potentially get a lot of better meditation videos out for everybody. Tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell the people you don't like. If you think they would like this channel, share it with them, let them know that you actually enjoy the work we're doing. See what they think about it as well. We are trying to grow this. We are trying to reach as many people as we can. And honestly, you guys have been an absolute blessing to my life and my work. You guys are an inspiration to the things I research as well. So it is glad and warms my heart to hear that this channel has helped so many, because honestly, you all give me so much. It's good to hear that you guys are getting something back out of it. I appreciate that very much. Let's see, what is this? Luna? Luna Reed. This first live, there was any specific topics being covered tonight? That's one of the things we were talking about. We don't usually do topics. People tend to like the more random. That way they can ask questions, but we are going to start doing a focused one. Once a month, we're going to give it a shot. But the live streams are Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Luna. Yes. I would definitely love you to join us. Love you to join us. All right. Anyways, that's my rambling. Jade's already throwing clocks at me, and she probably getting in the car to drive across country to hit me with a ball bat because I'm still yammering. So before I get clocked in the head, I'm going to get off here. You all have a fantastic week. Keep doing your practice. Keep your journal. Keep on meditating. That meditating is important. And I will see you all next week. Take care and goodbye.